Okay, I guess I'll just start here. These are some of the things we do. Um, I know some of the individuals following me are probably not the most desirable individuals, and you probably don't even want to be friends with most of them. But the ones that adamantly follow me because I'm allegedly not disabled. I'm faking it. I'm a multi-time felon, which never been convicted of a felony so far. Now, recently they're trying though. Now they're really trying. I'm alleged to have done things that makes me superhuman. I have Harvard-trained doctors that've been at this for 25 years that tell me, "Oh, we finally figured out what's wrong with you," because for nearly 10 years, being disabled, not being able to work, not being able to get any Social Security disability or temporary disability or anything like that. You have to go on Medicare, Medi-Cal, whatever. You have to go on county assistance. So that's what I did to get insurance. And trust me, it sucks. I still haven't got the neurologist that they've been trying to find me for 2 years now. 2 years. It took me almost the same amount of time, 2 years, to get a hand surgeon to figure out what's wrong with my hand and my arm and all this mess. And that's a long story, but it don't work right either. And it hasn't worked right in a long time. It does not like to do what hands are supposed to do, like simple tasks, like holding on to things, and helping you drive, hold the steering wheel. It doesn't like to do a lot of that. You know, it is very temperamental. It works when it wants to. And then otherwise, when it doesn't want to work, it either leaves you alone or it hurts like hell. So that's a look into that. Um, the biggest thing is the irony of life in this country is you're guilty until proven innocent, and that shows by the fact that for over a year and a half now, I haven't been able to see my child. And in the end, the law says that's too bad because you either pay out or you don't get to see your child, and we don't care. We don't care if you can't afford to pay for supervised visitation because we don't care. Um, you can be so disabled that you can't work, you can't get a job, you can't do all these things, but you're not disabled enough to commit these horrible crimes that someone alleged against you, even though it's pretty obvious if you looked at the facts and you looked at the medical history, there's no way that I could have done those things to you. It's absurd. But this is what it boils down to is anybody can go into court when it comes to domestic violence and perjure the heck out of themselves and get a domestic violence restraining order against you that strips you of every right to your child, period. And the only thing they'll give you is supervised visitation. Well, there you go. If you can't afford it, that's your fault. And we don't have to supply you with supervised visitation if you are unable to work. You just do not get to see your child, period. Somehow that's legal in this country. And if you have been falsely accused of domestic violence and she wins a restraining order against you, you can go years like I am going to go without seeing your child because, for one, you don't have the money, your family doesn't have the money to fork out to pay nearly $1,000 a month to see my child, not including the gas money, the insurance, and the travel to get, an hour one way to see my child. In the end, the courts are telling me that you're out of luck. How's that work in this country? You're innocent until proven guilty. Yet then in a civil matter, it's a preponderance of the evidence, and they don't have to submit any physical evidence or actual evidence that you did anything they said. They just have to allege it. And they have to be in fear. They have to be in fear. Yet, as you'll learn along the way, fear, there is no fear. that's another story.